Hello. It was in late June, the summer of 2021, when an important case study was conducted. I was getting drunk at the bar with my friends, when at this establishment, the musical composition referred to as Lil Jon's Get Low was performed. For reference.
Expletive. Expletives.
In my entirely coherent line of thought, I felt this would be the best time to test the strength of the friendships that I had been cultivating over the last 24 years of my life. At 1:30 a.m. local time, I would send a message to my friends via Snapchat, a message that would simply read, "To the windows." The only reply I'd be looking for? To the walls. It was in this double-blind, non-reference study that I felt would be the simplest, yet most effective way to find out who my truly closest friends are, and who was dead to me. Participant Cecilia was the first to respond, quite possibly making her the best of the group. However, over time, she became weary, suspicious, and irritated. It has become very clear that Cece has not grown to trust me unquestionably. However, she did pass the initial test, thus I give her a half pass. Participant Chris, notoriously late to just about everything, including replying to text messages. However, he would finally reply in a timely manner when the topic was entirely irrelevant. Full pass. Participant Nick, currently getting his PhD in mathematics at Arizona State University. While he solved this equation, he passes as well. Participant Marcus not only passed correctly, but he also made this thumbnail, meaning he passes twice. Participant Will, our lovable oaf, he picked up exactly what I was putting down. He also passes. Participant Dalton is a child, and I figured he would get this. Participant Corey, he would pass as well. I could further explain the context behind his message. This is where the experiment would start to take a turn and become interesting, and where myself as a researcher began to fail. Earlier in the evening, I messaged participant Alex about the upcoming 2022 science fiction action movie Transformers: The Rise of the Beasts. Alex, a close friend, is not only a fan of Transformers, but especially the Beast Wars series, an 80s adaptation sequel spin-off to the original run of Transformers. I don't get that one either.
Anyway, despite the test message going out hours later, the participant grew confused and ultimately failed the test.
However, due to my own inefficiency, I have decided to scrap these results. Alex is inconclusive. Then there's Kylie, who initially left me on red. To say I was heartbroken would be an understatement. However, upon further evaluation, the participant wished to repent for her sins and even prodded me along to finish the experiment. Upon several hours of deep thought, I've decided to forgive her. She gets a half pass. That's when we get to the truly sad part of this experiment. Two friends who I held in very close regard to myself, Jake and Trent, both left me on red. To say I was heartbroken would be an under... When asked for an explanation and if they felt any remorse for their actions, participant Jake showed no emotion or regret for what he did. This, however, does prove that the test was successful, as not all participants passed. In a true test of friendship, 11 participants were posed with a very important question. Of those 11 participants, these 7 passed with flying colors and will consider to be close to me. One participant originally failed the experiment, but has since repented for her sins. She too will continue to be considered a friend. One participant remains perpetually confused. These 2 participants can go to hell.